So, let us see. Are we streaming? Tell me we're streaming. Uh-oh. What is not connected? Something is not connected. Of course something is not connected. Of course something is not connected. Alright, so what is not connected? There we go. Alright. Alright, everybody. I hope all of you are doing very well. So, good to see y'all. Are we connected? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Yes? Can y'all see me? Give me a thumbs up, y'all, if y'all can see me. Come on. There we go. I think we're all good, right? All right. Okay, we got all hooked up. I can see you. No, I can't see you. I can only read your comments, right? Okay. All right, everybody. Let me say hello and welcome to all our the real family members. Thank you so very much for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday live. And I'm very happy to see all of you here. Thank you for your continued support. And it's going to be a fun one today, right? At least that's what I think. Trying to adjust this, but anywho, there we go. What's going on over there? Can't figure it out. It's a beautiful old piece. I've had this with me forever. I haven't used it. Thank you. I haven't used it in a while, ever since COVID hit. Like, working from home, you put away all the nice stuff, and now I'm slowly taking them out, and I'm like, I better use all this stuff, right? So, again, I have my great assistant here, Mr. Bernardo. He's here. Hey, Bun. So to all the newcomers, all the visitors, I'm so glad you're able to join us. I am excited. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see what Mr. Aleister Crowley has to say. Let's see what the cards reveal. I don't know what to expect. I haven't done a reading for him in the past. This is going to be the first time. So let's get started. Let me first say hello to Gypsy Girl, hello to my moderators, Gypsy Girl and Texas Patriot. Thank you so very much for everything y'all do. Miranda Norris, Ali, let me see. Then we have Texas Patriot, of course, Wendy Gillis, Susie Q, Pauline Drab, Wendy Gillis. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know or don't know who he is, and they look him up and they go, oh my goodness. I tried to do his astrology thingy, but this system that I have, the one system that I have here, it only goes back to the 1900s, and he was born in 1875, and the other one takes about 4-5 hours, and I was like, it's okay, I don't need his astrology chart. I don't have to do it. Debbie Bagley, Miranda Norris, Courtney, Kathleen Cheney, the Carriage House. Hey Becca, how you doing, girl? Who else do we have? Janet Farmer, Christine Van Vuren. I'm sure I'm going to miss a whole bunch of names. Right? Hello. Amaryllis, hey. Sunshine Dragonfly, hello. Tammy Reed, hello. Sharon Ireland, hello. Raynona Bora, hello. Let's see, who else? Courtney Suzuki, yeah. Aquarius Girl, hey. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while, girl. Leslie Bonito. Jason Smith. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? That sounds like a new name. Welcome. Linda Holmes. Hey, girl. Capri 8080. Hey, how are you doing? JR, hello. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. So let me give you all a little bit of a heads up. We'll give it another 5-10 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes, and if nobody else is joining us, that's okay. We can just get started. So first and foremost, as I said, my Mike's 100. Hello. I have two different systems of astrology that I use. Actually, three: the Western, Vedic, and oh my God, what's the other one? See, I'm having a Sidereal astrology. So this one, the Western astrology, this format goes back only until 1900s, and the other ones take a long time for me to do it. I was like, it's okay, so let's leave that aside. I did get his name, his full name as Edward Alexander Crowley, and then his date of birth as October 12th, 1875. He's a Libran, and he died on December 1st, 1947, in Sagittarius season. So we did a little bit of I did a little bit of the usual stuff I do. One thing I want to say before we get started is this is a little bit of a heavy subject because a lot of people, they're hardcore Aleister Crowley fans, and there are a lot of people who are dead against it because they feel he was one of those Satanists or cultists or whatever you want to call it. I never knew the man and don't know of him except what little I know based on the fact that Aleister Crowley, right? So there's a lot of talk about him that's floating around, some of them based on facts, and some of them are, how so-and-so told me, so-and-so said, read in that book and whatever, and then there's a lot of smoke and mirrors about this too. Hey, Miranda Norris, so Jason Smith says, actually, I'm Jason's wife, Carrie. Okay, hey. So, there's a lot of talk going on about Aleister Crowley. A lot of people say he is really brilliant. He's written some books and, the occult and this and that and all that. Let's just leave all of that aside. Just because I'm doing this reading, I'm sure a lot of people are going to assume that I'm an occultist too. Get over yourself. I'm not. But then again, I don't need to explain myself, but I'm just making it known over there because some people kind of get all, I mean, a simple thing like, remember that artist I did, what is her name? That lady, that artist. Oh my goodness, I can't. Gypsy Girl knows her name. I did that video on her, and people are so they don't know who it is. They just go and Google, and the first thing that pops up was somebody had written an article somewhere saying that people thought she was a Satanist and worshipped the devil and all. So that's it. They stuck with that, and they were like, yeah, she's a Satanist. Yeah, she's a devil worshipper. And then they came on here and they were spewing information like they were experts about who this lady is, and like they really knew her firsthand. And somebody actually posted on the comments, I literally fell off my seat. I was like, oh my God. Somebody posted on the comments, said, that emoji saying that now I have to go back and look at all her email, all her videos, it looks like she's supporting her. Oh my goodness, people, get over yourselves. I was like, whatever. Yes, that one. Abramovich. Hey, exactly, Donna. Thank you, that lady. There was some article somewhere where somebody asked her, people say that you're an occultist or a Satan worshipper because she had done a particular show where apparently she had used pig's blood, and there was one with a whole bunch of skulls or skeletons of cows or something like that, and she had a show, so people just assumed that she was an occultist or a Satan worshipper. I mean, think outside the box. I mean, I don't know her personally, but first and foremost, I'll say it even now, and if people don't like it, oh well, hats off to her for being so true to herself, because controversial subjects, and yet she chose to go and have shows with regards to those particular props, etc. And maybe we need to really think outside the box. I mean, why did she use the skeletons of the cows and all that stuff, and was it really pig's blood? I mean, come on, y'all, think about it. If it really was pig's blood, you think the FDA or the whoever, the police or whatever, they would not have come after her? Because think about it, it's a biohazardous material. I mean, you have blood all over and you're making this painting and all. I mean, think about it. practical. You think they wouldn't have been all over her and arrested her and whatever, and so never mind. I won't go into it. It'll become another rant before we even start this guy. Karen Malvin. Oh, Karen, don't even worry about it. Your t-shirt that I sent it, I wanted to send you an email today. I got it back saying that address, incorrect address. And girl, the package was so tattered. So forget about it. I'll send you an email and I'll need your address all over again. And then I'm going to go, and this time I will do a registered post where you have to sign for it. Oh my goodness. It has costed me more to ship it. Then, I was like so disappointed. But anyway. Oh, thank you. Like I said, this I have used. It's actually a very, very beautiful. It's a very heavy piece as well. I don't know. This one guy is kind of getting twisted over here. I don't know why he's getting twisted, but there. It's really a beautiful piece. It is. I have to set him right. This one guy is kind of getting all twisted. Really beautiful piece. I love it, and it's heavy, and it. Whenever I wear it, I get a lot of compliments on it. Today I thought, you know what, y'all know how obsessive I get, about these things. Why are you being silly? No? Oh God, I better not do it. I'm going to break it. So anyway, thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. Hey Jackie, Biker Babe, hello. Hey girl, I haven't seen you in a while. Grand Mima, hello. Mama Bear, hello. Who else am I missing? Donna Coleman. All right. So, okay. So, yeah, lapis lazuli and turquoise. Yes, correct. It's beautiful, y'all. Look at this. I absolutely love it. Anywho, enough of that. And I tried to put on some earrings. Whatever I picked, it wasn't gelling. I was like, forget the earrings. Who cares? All right, let's get started, right? So, I'm doing a couple of interesting things, and I know people are kind of going to get a bit stressed out about it. Please don't. It's just, like I said, these are tools. No, I'm not going to call upon the devil to visit us or anything. No, thank you. Okay. Some of these cards are a little intense. Some of these cards I haven't used on camera that you guys have seen, but, I am going to use them today. So we'll get started. Let's set this aside. We will start off with our usual thank you to my moderators, both of y'all, for showing up today. I do appreciate y'all. I know Texas Patriot had a lot of stuff going on with regards to work, so I really appreciate her being here. And for Gypsy Girl, thank you so much, because she had to. Gypsy Girl, I'm going to share it because it's not, I hope you don't mind. She had some dental work, and I was like, girl, you just rest. But she showed up too, so thank you. I do appreciate you for that as well. But at least now, moving forward, my moderators won't have like that much stress on them to, yes, new cards. Thank you, my Manx. Yeah, visual OCD. See, I can tell, like this one guy, right over here, this one little fellow, maybe not. Oh, maybe he's decided to settle down after all. Okay. Or not. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Come on. I like that. So let me see. take it. So, all right. So we are going to start off with, we keep that there, with my usual, right? You all know that. Grand Mima says Jimmy Page from LED Zeppelin bought Aleister Crowley house in 1971. Yeah, I know. Somebody sent me a link and listened to that song. And I think Pauline told me, and she said, listen to the song. I never got a chance to do it because I had so much going on, working on my storefront for my website, getting all the products in line, that sort of a stuff. Hey, Bird Brain, so glad I made it live. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. But thank you for joining us. All right, Cindy Sue, hello. All right, let's get started. I'm going to focus on this, okay? This guy, I'm going to keep it on my computer. So we have Mars. Then we have the Sun card. Air card. Oh, I got two here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We don't need cards to be flying around today, okay? We have Aquarius and Venus. Well, I'm not surprised because he's a Libra, correct? So Libra and Aquarius are both air signs, correct? Swords energy. So I'm not surprised that we have air and Aquarius here. Now, let me tell you, him being a Libra, I see that for him the 7th house is very, very active. So 7th house talks about friends, marriage, partners, contracts, and relationships. So Libra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th house is Mars. I'm sorry, Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. This is the first card that popped up. Remember, first card, second card, third card, fourth card, and fifth card. So we have 7th house active and 6th house active. 6th house talks about, work, health, discipline, and habits. So if he's a Virgo, 6th house is Pisces. So let's take a look at it. Virgo is, of course, ruled by Venus, correct? Guess what? Venus is here. So clearly we're on the right track. At least we are on the right track, right? So then let's take a look at it. Mars, as we know, is his 7th house because Mars rules Aries and Mars has shown up. His 7th house is Aries and Mars has shown up. The Sun card, of course, rules Leo, so that would be his 11th house. But I'm not seeing his 11th house active as yet, but we'll take a look. We should see how, we'll go with it, we'll see. So give me a second. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 81, 82, 10, again 10. So there we go, 10th house has popped up. Oh my goodness. Y'all, we are on the right track because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, hold on. He's a Libra. Sorry, I take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th house is Cancer. So I take that back. It's not Leo, it's Cancer. Leo would be his 11th house. So with the 10th house showing up here, the Sun showing up here, that should be his 11th house because the Sun rules Leo. But so let's take a look at that for a second now. One more time, let me count just in case. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 10th house, yeah. Yeah, so it's not Leo, it's Cancer. We'll take a look and see why the Sun card is here. So for Libra, Libra is ruled by Venus, okay, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, which is air. So we have the air card here. What this is showing me is for sure his energy. We are on the right track. Now, one thing about the sun card I want to say, I'm jumping ahead. This has got to do with progeny. That means kids. So let's take a look and see why that is popping up. Now, clearly with Mars and the sun card, his opinion about how the universe is in his head is completely different from anybody else, which is why Aleister Crowley did all those thingamajiggies. But also in his head, he somehow believes that he is the king of Kong, or he is the one who has direct connections to the universe, or direct connections to whatever the power it was that he thought was the only power, right? Again, we have the sun is popping up again, because the force, this is a Libra card in certain texts, and in some texts it's a strength card. So if it is a Libra, if we take it as Libra, he's showing up himself, but it's under the sun card, so that's a double whammy. Let's take a look. And then we have the Chariot, with this the Cancer card. So yes, his 10th house is Cancer, so that's popped up. My gosh, okay. And again the sun card. Y'all, there's something about the sun business going on over here that is kind of, it's very, very interesting. I don't know what it is, though. Tenth card again. So 10th card, 10th house talks about career, reputation, morals, and life goals. I'm going to say he put a lot of stock in his opinions, his life goals. From the very beginning, I feel that he knew exactly the trajectory he wanted to take in life. And from the very beginning, I think from a very young age, he knew what and how what he needs to do and how he should go about doing it. And he had this innate ability to be able to psychologically and emotionally and mentally manipulate people, and he was quite masterful at that. And then you take the Chariot card. Chariot card talks about moon. It's a Cancer card. It says maintaining focus, balance, and paying attention to detail. He absolutely had that ability to be laser focused. He absolutely had the ability to stay focused, to maintain the balance, pay attention, right, and pay attention to details. And again, with the moon card, clearly there's a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes that he chose not to let all and sundry in. It was for a very few group of people that he decided he was going to let them into his inner circle, as we all know. Y'all, give me 1 second, okay? I'm wearing a brace. I need to take it off because I'm about to pass out. Hang on 1 second. Oh my God, it is absolutely, well... Sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. I'm right here. Oh my goodness. So sorry about that. I've been wearing that brace because I've been having some issues, and I am just unable to keep it on. It's like, nope, I can't do it. No more. So I do believe, there's something about the children too. See, because here we go again with the sun card, right? And sun card also symbolizes kids, right? Progeny. So I don't know. There was a, I'm going to jump right into this. And of course, there was a whole bunch of talk that, George Bush's wife and Betty White were his daughters, or something like that. First, let me throw out a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Please do your own research and do your own due diligence and form your own conclusions, okay? So there's all this talk about Betty White and George Bush's wife being his kids, or some stuff like that. So I don't know. We look into that because I very clearly see the children aspect being very strong. See, another thing I'm going to tell you with the sun card and the children aspect. Okay, this is going to get graphic, y'all. So I'm just going to say what I see here. And if you don't like what you're hearing, please know that it is not stuff that I'm saying it just for the sake of shock value. I don't filter. Y'all know it. What I see is what you get. This fascination, obsession, this weird need or want for to have control over children is already popping up over here. I wouldn't doubt it. Yes, it is the golden dawn again. So yeah, to answer your question. So let's get on with the reading. I don't know which deck to use. Maybe I'll use this one here. Very interesting subject. Very interesting. Yeah, visual OCD. Seriously. Why am I being so concerned about this? I'm so sorry, but I am concerned about this. It's kind of pissing me off. This one guy over here. Yeah, I'm like that, y'all. I do apologize. I am like that. I get a little crazy about things like this. Whatever. Yeah, I am. Thank you. I am. He definitely had a lot of influence in the making of the tarot cards, etc. There's a whole group of people who follow him and think his tarot cards are the bomb.com. So here we have Judgment. These are some beautiful cards. Then we have the Seven of Cups. Then we have the Six of Cups. These cards are beautiful, y'all. So with the Judgment card, of course, Judgment is a Pluto card. It talks about forgive and forget. It also talks about regeneration. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is, as we know, a gaslighting card. It's having way too many choices. Okay, and not willing to commit to anything in particular. And the Six of Cups just tell us is nostalgia. Again, it's going back to childhood memories, going back to the past, that sort of a thing. So it's very, very interesting that we see the Judgment card pop up, because let's talk about that for a second, is degeneration and regeneration. He was all about wanting to look at life from a different perspective, life as we know it, the planet as we know it, power as we know it, religion as we know it, spirituality as we know it. All that, in his opinion, mainstream stuff was basically bah humbug. So his intention was to actually change everybody's perspective to what he believed in, like Texas patriotism as posted here, to start a new order, to start a whole new thought process, whole new way of life, whole new, I wouldn't call it spiritualism, but let's just call it way of life. And through that, to be able to control the mindset of people. Now, was he successful to a certain extent? He was. I will tell you also, with the Seven of Cups, a lot of people who started believing in him at that time, way back when, look at a lot of our celebrities too kind of started following him, people in power, because for them, having that Seven of Cups is a whole bunch of choices. Okay, you have so many choices. Whichever cup you drink from, you are going to be a winner, but you don't have to make a commitment. And that, in a weird sort of way, gave these people in power the opinion that believing in his path, in his way, following him, doing what he was teaching, doing what he believed in, there was a whole bunch of freedom that they didn't have to commit to anything at all. So not having the need to commit to something is a whole different level of, and not having a need to commit to anything gave you a sense of freedom that was still acceptable in society. So having the ability and the wherewithal and to go and indulge in all this other weird stuff that they were doing and yet not be judged. Okay, that was something that was a big draw for a lot of celebrities. And then we have the Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups goes back to his childhood. Okay, I believe his formative years, his childhood was pretty important in terms of making lasting impressions on his mind and his thought process, and would certainly mold him to be who he ended up being in life, right, as he was growing up, right? So that's very interesting. I'm missing a few comments. Just curiosity. So the laws of nature as we know it, mainstream as we know it, he also wasn't all about, organized religion. I mean, that was his big gripe. He was like, I don't care about organized religion. This is going to annoy me for the rest of the day, y'all, for the rest of the reading. So I'm going to fix this once and for all. Otherwise, I'm going to be like so totally... There we go. My God. Thank you. Because that's annoying me. OCD. There you go. So he was all against mainstream religion, all against the church. He was like, that's all bah humbug. Because he believed that before... Oh my God, I'm really getting into stuff now, right? I mean, not... Before God and the Bible and Jesus and all that, as we know the mainstream religion to be, there were a whole bunch of other ancient religions and energies that he felt were the true energies and true source, and he believed in that, and he wanted people to believe in that as well, because he felt that was the true power, that was true religion, that was true spiritualism, that was true, the right way for mankind to go forward. So it's a different mindset, okay, different way of thought, different belief system altogether. Very interesting. I mean, what I'm seeing of him, the shades of his character, if you will, is very interesting. And he, see, look at this card here for a second. So it shows me that with this card, he put a lot of stock in having the ability to go back and recreate everything from the ground up. Even though you may be 20, 25, 30, 40 years, by believing in that particular thought process or mindset or belief systems or what have you, you would have the ability to go back to zero and build again from ground up and build it the way you wanted, make it what you want it to be, okay? Have the ability to create and recreate. And that was very enticing to a lot of people who believed in that. They are, he found, yeah. I just wanted to look that up, but I also want to say for him, it was important to, in a weird sort of way, I think people felt that they had the power back in their own hands. I think in a weird way, people felt that they had the power was put back in their own hands and they can do whatever they wanted. Rather than, go to mainstream religion, and then if you did something, then the priest would say, okay, go and say, and please know, I'm saying this very respectfully, I have nothing against, I don't personally follow, I'm not a churchgoer per se, but I'm more spiritual than I believe in going to temples and churches and all that stuff. I do believe that there is a higher power, and that's just me. But for him, he felt that rather than go to another person, you would have the opportunity to be able to set your own path and to create your own success and have your own, follow your own values and your own principles. But in a weird sort of way, as much as that kind of offered freedom for people, he still was controlling them because he had come up with all these grand ideas. He had come up with the religion of Telemana, and all that sort of a stuff. So, it's almost like, what's the fellow's name? The Scientology guy, whoever started Scientology, all these people pop up every so many years, decades, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to start a new religion. This is nothing beyond being a cult. Really, it isn't. Right? And this is getting graphic, y'all. I'm wondering whether I should actually say that. Cindy Eve, hello. See, the strength card pops up again. The Wheel of Fortune. These are some beautiful cards. These cards are a little bit advanced, y'all. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot about the imagery, and then you have the Ten of Swords. So let's stop here for a second. So with the strength card popping up again, so we've already had the strength card. Strength card again is the Sun, Leo. That pop up again. We had the Sun card over there, and then here too we had the strength card. Look, there's no kidding. All this is the Sun. Sun, Leo. Leo's ruled by the Sun, correct? The Sun. Strength card, Leo, ruled by the Sun. So the strength card, having the fortitude, the courage, the power to stand your ground regardless of whether people believe you or accept you or not, to stand your ground, to stand in your power and say this, yes, Ron Hubbard, thank you. To stand in your power and say, this is what I believe in, this is what I see as being the truth. That conviction he had, that was a big selling point, because he so truly believed in it that people could sense that power. Like when you really have that level of conviction and you're just so convinced and you are so into it, it's like a salesperson pitching an idea. They say if you don't believe in the product, no matter how much you try to pitch it, you're not going to sell it. For him, he truly believed in it, and that was his source of power, and that was his source of strength. Very strategic, not so much a question of thinking with his heart as thinking with his head. Very, very strategic thinker. Brilliant man. I have to give him that. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune says constantly with Jupiter, right? Constantly having the ability and the power to keep churning that one, to keep spinning that one idea, if you will, or that one school of thought, but churning it in such a way that it picked up momentum and picked up enough force that it kept on growing bigger, the snowball effect, and got to a point where a lot of people in the universe did believe him. But he was okay with it. Now with the Ten of Swords talks about complete and painful ending, hitting rock bottom. He didn't care that there were a whole bunch of people who thought he was he thought he was the, what is that they say, the worst enemy not the worst enemy, the craziest guy in the world or whatever, the most feared man or hated man or whatever. He didn't care. For a brief period, yes, he did have a little bit of anxiety. He did feel like he had hit rock bottom, but he had the ability to reinvent himself. With the Wheel of Fortune, he always had the ability to reinvent himself and try something new, spin it even bigger and even better and darker. See, one thing Aleister Crowley understood with real great clarity and real, very smart, he understood the human psyche is capable of both the dark and the light, correct? He understood that every one of us human beings, we do have, there's no light without dark and vice versa. We know that. There's no good without bad. We all know that. There's no positive without negative. We all know that, right? He knew very early on that every individual, we have a dark side to our psyche and a lighter side to our psyche. Because we are so focused on, we are so influenced and so, what's the word? like it's imprinted in our minds about how about that mainstream religion, mainstream thought process, the light side, that is the only way, that's the only right way, and that's the only path, that people are so convinced about that it's almost like taking a little bit of the truth serum every single day, and then finally you get to believe it, right? So he is like, people are not aware of this because they haven't given an opportunity to explore the dark side. Once they start exploring the dark side of their psyche, they will realize the truth that, in his opinion, that the dark side was the way to go, not the light side. You get what I'm saying? I don't know whether I'm explaining it properly. So by getting people to believe that there's nothing wrong when acknowledging and understanding and accepting your dark side and exploring that, it was almost freeing and empowering to people, because all their lives they knew only this angle, right? They never thought there was another angle, another way of thinking, another path. So once he was like, it's okay to even take a peek inside and to explore and to look, and people were like, oh, okay, I understand this. Now, to a large extent, I would say, not a large extent, to a certain extent, it kind of suited people, some people, because as we all know, it takes all kinds to make this world. Some of us easily connect to the bright side of life, and some of us easily connect to the dark side of life. So if you do have a predisposition to being attracted to that particular angle, you fall into it. Excuse me, I think I just sprayed. I'm sorry. I hope the camera didn't pick it up. You fall into that pattern, and then it's easier for you to understand, and you feel comfortable. It is your comfort zone. You sink into it. You feel like you're home and you run with it. But a lot of people don't accept it simply because it's the fear of the unknown. So by having an open mind and by exploring other possibilities was almost empowering for people. So he also, with his weird ways, he kind of put that seed in that explore. I mean, you're not even exploring it, so how the hell can you tell whether it's right or wrong or good or bad or evil or ugly? You're not even looking into it. So I think in a weird twisted sort of way, he almost empowered people, like almost give yourself permission to delve into that aspect of the human psyche, or whatever that you want to call it, spiritualism or whatever, the dark side or whatever. Somebody let me know if you're like catching on or not. Wait, somebody said the circle ones you use in Brandon Bruce Lee. I don't know which one. Courtney says I like those cards. I don't know which one I used in Brandon's. I don't know. Well, so far we haven't had any drama. The hat is where it is. It's just sitting right there. I have my candle. Everything is fine. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't remember which one I used for Brandon Bruce Lee. Janet, it's a very interesting thing that you say there. I think it is strange if a person in some way makes their own religion and, expects people to follow his beer. But, yeah, I know. We were talking about earlier. Yeah, we will ask Moonsa Balloon. That's definitely one of the questions. One thing I'll tell you, Janet, I mean, what is strange about that? I mean, we're just having a conversation, right? What is strange about a person wanting to start their own religion? Like, what is strange about it? If somebody truly believes, and again, this is just a conversation, so please know I'm not picking anybody or picking on anybody or anything. I'm just curious to know what is strange about it. If somebody truly believes in something and they go forth with it and they have so much of conviction and they're saying, like, I truly believe in this to me is the truth, this to me is what it is, and wants to take it forward and try and influence other people with it, what's wrong with it? I mean, don't you think that we would be limiting ourselves as human beings? Would we truly be living our lives the way God expected us to live or wanted us to live, like exploring every single aspect of every single aspect of all the possibilities? I can't even find the words. If we are made, I'm going a little into religion. Please don't come after me. I'm not an expert. This is just my opinions. If we are made in the image of God, then what is wrong in starting something that we truly believe in and we think it's going to benefit certain people or people in general and pushing that agenda? What's wrong with that? right? Then if you look at religion, going back to Christianity, then somebody explained to me, how did there end up being so many denominations in Christianity? Like how? It's because certain people believed that this was their take on that particular religion, Christianity, and they started going in a different direction and expected people to follow them, like Mormons, etc., and they're so successful. Religion per se is not a negative thing. Religion per se is not a bad thing. It's a person's interpretation of religion and using it to suit your own conveniences and pushing that agenda is what makes it good or bad, right? In a lot of eyes. Am I making any sense? I don't know. People will probably think I'm cuckoo, but hey. Okay. Well, that's true too. It's a very interesting question. Religion and school of thought. Somebody explain what religion is. First, let's understand that. What is religion, correct? Let's ask, what is religion? Somebody put in the comment section, what exactly is religion? It's a belief, right? Or a school of thought, a belief. A school of thought that thinks that that is what the truth is, and that is religion. Well, a lot of people think mainstream religion is a cult as well. I mean, you ask a lot of people, they may say that, again, I am not bashing any particular religion. Please know that. I don't want people to come after me. And if you think that I'm bashing any religion, then you're smoking something you shouldn't be. Think about it. A lot of people think the Catholic Church is a cult. A lot of people think that, oh my God, what's the name of the religion? Zoroastrianism is a cult. A lot of people think so, but you ask them, they'll say, heck no, it isn't a cult, this is religion. So somebody who believes in it will tell you it's not a cult, it's religion. Somebody who doesn't believe in it, like you, will say it's a cult. It's as simple as that, right? Yes, thank you, Gypsy Girl. Okay. Let's get into some good stuff here, okay? So I'm going to use a deck of cards over here. I'm sure you people are going to flip out, but please don't. Remember, I said this is just a tool. There's nothing to worry about, and that sort of a thing. What do you want, baby? You want to go outside? No? Okay. Okay, please know that this is just a deck of cards. It's just tools. And I'm going to show it to you guys because I know, and if anybody's going to get offended and they click off, then oh well. This is a card. It's just a deck of cards, y'all. That's all there is to it. So don't flip out, okay? Yeah, we'll get into all that, Kylo. We'll get into all that. We'll get into all of that. We're just now scratching the surface. Very interesting questions. Hold your questions, okay? We are definitely going to get into all that. See, like I said here again, let me stop for a second. You can create a religion, you can create a thought process, you can create somebody, the Winchester people, okay, they made all kinds of guns and weapons, right? They must have said, hey, these guns are only made for hunting, but hunting animals, they take those guns and they use it to kill people, then what are you going to do about it, right? It is taking a particular thought process or a belief or an ideology, right, and using it for your own ulterior motives. That's the sad part. So when you take something that could have been beneficial to people if presented in the right way or in the right spirit or in the right light, but you take it and twist it and use it for your own hidden agenda, then that's something else. They truly believe, like Kylo says over here, and of course I need my glasses. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Paula Frizzelli. She's so right. And So what is the point of sex magic? Do they think they can summon spirits into the 3D or something? See, they believed in that. They believed in that. They truly, truly believed in that. And like you ask a lot of hardcore religion people who are into their religion and faith, they believe everything is the power of God. They believe everything. So it's how deeply do you believe, the power of belief, if you will, right? If you truly believe that, wait, let me retract. Your intentions are the strongest, most important thing that you can bring into any equation, any work, anything. So if your intentions and your belief is that strong and you truly believe in it, then they thought that, yeah, they were able to summon spirits and entities and this and that. Now, did I see any of that? Can I vouch for it and say, yes, they were successful? No. But a lot of people say that, yeah, they did, and they saw this and they saw that and all that. But then again, if something is presented in a way where there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and all that stuff, and there's a lot of illusion and the power of suggestion, right? You go in there with a preconceived notion and somebody has suggested that this and this is going to happen, heightened sense that you're going to believe that whatever you see is this and this and this, so therefore we are successful, we were able to summon spirits. So if you present it like that, then yeah, think about the magician, right? It's all illusion, but the confidence that he has, and the way he presents his magic, we all believe that, oh yeah, that's magic. But it's actually step 1, step 2, step 3, right? So illusion, that's what it is. How well packaged is that particular idea or ideology is what really matters, and which is what truly contributes to its success or failure. Not every individual who has started a cult has been successful, right? Even the Hare Krishna people, in my opinion, that's a cult too. I can't stand them. That's a cult too. And people are all crazy, this Maharishi and that Rishi, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Why? Like, why? But there are a lot of people who are very weak-minded who do follow people like that, because they feel that, like I said, if you see a particular trait of yourself that you truly like about you and are proud about it reflected in somebody else, there is an automatic attraction or liking of that person. If you see a character trait in you that you are ashamed of or embarrassed, and it's not right, and that's reflected in the other person, it could be a stranger, you automatically won't like that person, right? So if these people see their good traits, the power that they have reflected in one other individual, John Doe, they're automatically going to gravitate towards John Doe. And John Doe is smart enough to utilize oh my God, I'm going into 20 different directions. John Doe is very smart, and he goes, oh, suckers, all of y'all are following me. Okay, now guess what? I'm going to utilize that blind faith to get you guys to do anything that I want you to do. And so therefore, yeah, sheeple. It's not just Aleister Crowley or the church or the Muslim religion or Hinduism or Hare Krishna or Baha'i faith or Buddhism or whatever, right? Look at even politics. I mean, why do we, forget it. No, not going there. Not going there. So not going there. Oh, I would have gone into 20 different directions. Let's just ask him questions. How about that? Okay, let's see. Let's just ask him questions. Because I want it to be about Aleister Crowley, and is going into 20 different directions. Hang on, everybody. They're basically the same. Like these individuals who see how, self-centered, narcissistic people who see how weak some human beings can be, and they're looking for something to latch onto and grab onto, and they utilize that for to their own benefit. Unfortunately, a lot of people fall into that. Yes, all religions has dogma which was written by true. All right, let's ask. Yes, Gypsy Girl, I did. So I have a question and I asked, I got a single ace. I'm going to ask again. So give me 1 second, okay? Let me finish the other 2 times and I'll tell you. Hang on. There's so much more to this, man. It's not a joke. Oh, wow. Okay, so 1, 2, okay. Okay. Yeah. Another yes, strong yes. Okay. So my question was if what's her face's name was his daughter, the bush lady. What's her name? Somebody asked. Was his daughter? He goes yes. Was it Bush? Somebody asked what was that specific name. Oh my God! Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second, because that name is the specific name I asked. Somebody asked here. Janet, we are not going to get into religion, so let's dial that back a little bit. This is not the platform to push a particular religion. I don't know the name of that person. So basically, what Janet is saying, I'm going to address that. Must have some proof. Janet Ackerland says must have some proof or experience ourselves before we do so. That's true. So if one doesn't have proof or experience in terms of religion that God exists, then why do people blindly go and follow organized religion? And Janet Farmer says real religion has a prophet, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Okay, I can understand and I can accept that. But if you don't have personal experiences and proof of it, why do people believe in it, right? So just a thought. Nobody is attacking anybody. Please know that. Somebody asked you very specifically, was it Betty White or was it Barbara Bush? Yeah, it was that Bush lady. The answer is yes. Now let me ask about Betty White. Hang on 1 second. We're going to delve into a lot of this. Hang on 1 second. No answer. But I got 2 for a children. So he's got 2 kids. One is that Bush lady, and I don't know. Hang on. I don't know about Betty White though. I don't know about that. Only one for Betty White. So I don't know. This needs more clarifying. So we'll leave it alone for a second. We'll move on to next questions and we'll see what else we can figure out for this guy, right? Wow. Oh my God, puppy. See, one thing I'll tell you is what I'm getting right now is this whole thought process and this concept of, look how beautiful these cards are. Look at that gold on it. My God. Shiny, shiny. I love it. And these cards are cool to the touch. Why? Why are these cards cool? This whole thought process about, like, there are many religions in the world who believe that children up until a certain age, I don't know, whatever the 6 or 7 years or 5 years or 6 years or whatever that age is, they are still their purest form, right? They are still at their very purest. They are the most purest, that is, for lack of a better term, most godlike, because they have had no life experiences, and they haven't absorbed all the negativity around in the universe, and it hasn't impacted them, so they're still very pure, and so still haven't come into their own as evolved souls where they have the ability to experience the good, bad, and the ugly. So his thing is, oh my God, we're getting into some stuff here. Listen, disclaimer, entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions, my observations. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, form your own conclusions. This whole thing about sacrificing kids and babies and, doing all that stuff, and cohorting, if you will, or having relations with, virgins, if you will, all those things was somehow empowering these people who did all those weird stuff. Now we know that it is pure criminal activity. It is purely, evil, and we know that's not. It's just evil stuff. You're using, again, religion or a thought process or a way of thinking to give you an excuse to do this. So under the pretext of religion, you do all this, right? So in this case, he truly believed that the blood sacrifice and doing all those things did enable one to connect with the other side, whatever the other side was, on a much deeper level, like a blood sacrifice or whatever. Now, if you think of something very simple, somebody's in the hospital, and these blood transfusions, they are so essential to the survival of a person, right? At the end of the day, that is what keeps our body running, whether the blood is healthy or is infected with the virus or whatever, or, it's still the blood that carries everything around the body to keep it functioning and going. Without blood, there is nothing. Like if you're completely anemic, everything starts shutting down. You have to have a minimum of this much blood in your body, because that is the true essence of life, at least the physical life in your body, right? Otherwise, how is your body going to have all the nutrients provided to the various parts, right? Again, I'm not a medical doctor. So that is very crucial, because that is the source of life. If blood is let, then it somehow empowers them, right? That was the thought process and thinking. So therefore, they continue to do that. And also, as far as now, I'm getting into a little deeper stuff here, all the satanic worship where people were like, you have to have all the organs of the body, like the heart and the liver and the kidney and this and that. You go back all the way back to the Egyptian days, even they absolutely believed in all those things, that the organs of the body were so important. That's why they very particularly mummified all those and kept them in jars, in case in the afterlife the person wants those organs to be able to survive and become whole again, and something like that, and they would be able to do it. So his thought process was, yet there is a lot of power in that. And it wasn't just doing that bloodletting per se. This is graphic again, y'all. I'm gonna go for it. Also consuming gave them power. So it's weird. There is so much about Aleister Crowley that he himself truly believed in, that he did on his own, for his own pleasure and his own self, that even his closest circle of people weren't aware of. Those are the really graphic things. smart man, intelligent man, but I will tell you, it is almost like a, I wouldn't call it a split personality. There was one aspect of him that was brilliant. He really knew how to market, how to sell a concept and an idea to people so people would blindly buy it. But there was another aspect to his nature where he truly believed in all of this himself, such that he did all of those, conducted all those acts himself, and he really thought that that empowered him. Is that narcissism? Is that something else? I don't know. Again, I'm not a psychologist. And he truly enjoyed all of that. He truly felt all that brought him power, all that gave him power. And he had the ability to look at things from a different perspective, to look into different dimensions. He truly believed that, it gave him the ability to do that. Now, if I come and sit here and tell you, I have looked into the other dimension and this is what I saw, like, what do I have to give proof? How can I back up that statement? Right? How do I back it up? I mean, is it even possible in the physical aspect we can actually back it up with pictures and images? Like, how? So my experiences are my own. So if I have seen it, to me that may be 100% real, because I saw it. It is real. I know, I understand, I see, I could touch, feel, sense and smell and taste it. But for you, unless and until you have that similar experience, you're not going to believe me. But then again, no two people are going to have the exact same experience. So then how do they all come together to believe in a particular idea? Again, the power of suggestion. Am I making any sense? Somebody stop me, y'all. If I'm talking in circles, please stop me before I basically make a fool of myself or confuse all of y'all. Yeah, that is so true too. We talk about body parts that are used like in Chinese medicine and all that. And again, no offense meant to anybody. See, going back gazillion years, they thought the rhino horn and this and that and all that. Now, I wouldn't buy any of that. I don't think any of that is right or should be allowed. But for generations, they believed in that. So somebody asked, did he die in the 60s? No, he died on December 1st, 1947. Very complicated. Yes, Barbara Bush. Yes. What? Oh, Jackie, I didn't know that. What the hey? That's the first time I'm hearing it. Whoa. See, another thing is, understand the human psychology, y'all. Everybody, you and me too, right? Like, think about it. For example, consumer psychology. Let's just look at that for a second. There's always, okay, let's be a little bit more specific, and it's tied into this. Like, you look at the fashion industry, you look at the beauty industry, like every 1 month they're releasing new products, and every 1 month they're releasing a new whatever, they're apparently not 3 or 4 seasons, they're 16 seasons in the fashion world or something like that. Apparently every 2 or 3 weeks the season change and the clothes change and whatever. It's because as consumers, we always want something new. Because a novelty factor, right? That novelty factor really is very intriguing to us. We want something new. We want something different, right? To keep our interest and keep our to pique our interest and to keep our interest. So the same way, if you look at people, religion going back not just 10, 20 years or even Aleister Crowley's time, way back when, every so often you will have somebody come up with a new branch of a revised version of a particular religion or whatever, because people are looking for something new. Okay, again, it's a novelty factor, right? It's like, okay, I need something more, I need something new. The human mind is constantly craving for more and new. It's a known factor. We always want something more. We always want to experience something different. You go to the movies, you have Batman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The core of the theme or whatever, the story could be the same, but it's just repackaged, represented, and then we all flock to the theaters to see the same thing. Because there is that the great need for the novelty, right? Something new, something different. So even in this case, if you package a certain thing, like even Aleister Crowley, the way he started presenting his thoughts and ideas and his ideologies to the world, to when he died, how was he presenting, if at all he wasn't. He himself has evolved over the years, right? And you can clearly tell, I mean, his core ideologies or principles or his core beliefs were there, but he was constantly evolving and changing and moving and changing, because even his own followers, they wanted something new, they wanted something different, because it's all about growing. Whether you're growing in terms of the dark side or in the light side, you still want to grow, you still want to expand, you still want to explore. So if one has the ability to present that, then one is always going to be relevant, right? If you don't have the ability to do that, then you're not going to be relevant pretty soon. He's very brilliant. I will tell you, he's really a brilliant guy in terms of, at the end of the day, it all boils down to marketing, right? I mean, you look at any cult, how do they go about gathering people? It's how you market it, right? What is it? It's supply and demand, right? What do you find? What do you think they're looking for? And then package it and send it to them and say, this is exactly what you want. Yes, it is what you want. I know what you want. This is what you want. So therefore, here I'm giving it to you. Right? Power of suggestion, right? I don't know, y'all. We could go into 20 different directions there, but let's take this. Let's ask him some questions more than anything else. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned because I'm going like in different directions, and I don't want people to feel that. Janet Ackerlin says, I think it maybe is because of people as Aleister Crowley and other people like him. We have so many different religions in the world. Yeah, there's everybody has a take. Absolutely. So one more thing, right? We talk about brainwashing is a real thing. That is true. I mean, even in the military, they do that, right? How do they, sign their lives away? I mean, look at Russia, for example, the way he's brainwashed his military. Now, I will tell you though, having said all of this, let me assure you, you guys, this is one thing which is very, very close to my heart. And this is something that I have always believed in. Religion, I look at religion as a tool, right? You can do a lot of good with it. You can do a lot of bad with it, right? Be it the dark side of religion or cults or whatever, or the Nepharazi type of thing. What is that? As above, so below. So whatever is so below and whatever is as above, you can do with it what you want. What is your intention? How do you want to use it? For what purpose? What gain? Is it for something good in the end, to understand, to get a better understanding as to limitations in terms of how far can I go, how far can I push my mind, what is it that I want to accept, what is it that I can. You need to understand the dark side to appreciate the light side too, that sort of a thing. There's no harm done in wanting to know, wanting to understand, and wanting to learn, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do with that knowledge? That's what makes all the difference. So people want to, the other day, somebody, I'm not going to mention the name, somebody asked me, can you please help me? I said, look, I'm not the kind of go-to person to do all that. I will pronounce it correctly now because I now know, and I'm not saying it's bad, like, the dark magic or the brujeria stuff or the voodoo and hoodoo and all that stuff, right? You can use that to do good. You can use that to do bad, right? It's just a methodology, if you will, for lack of a better term. You can use that method to get something good out of it or something bad. What do you use it for? How do you utilize those skill sets? What is the end result? That's what makes all the difference. But to be able to understand certain things, you have to delve into a little bit of the dark side to really understand and grasp the good side or the bright side. Even in the Bible, it does talk, there's a lengthy thing about Lucifer and the devil and this and that. Why do they talk about all those things? They even, it's so elaborate in the Bible too. There's a lot about the Lucifer and the devils and this and that and all that stuff. Why do they talk about it? Why do they mention it? Bunny, your hair is on my tissue, Bunny. Are you serious? So, for some people, they find solace over there. Some people feel that they are able to connect to the dark side better than the light side. Hey man, whatever, rocks your world. I don't know what you want to call it, right? Or this whole other thing about aliens and all that. A lot of people believe in that, and they think that's an alien world and an alien god and an alien thing and all that. I don't know. Whatever rocks your world, rocks your world. Somebody says his ashes are buried under a tree in Hampton, New Jersey, about an hour ride north of me. Could be a connection to his children in the USA. What the heck would he be in New Jersey? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I thought he died in England somewhere, didn't he? All right, enough of that. Hey, Connie. Hey, Scout Inquirer. Hey, Amaryllis. Intent is everything. It shows one's motivation. Absolutely. I'm not going to show these cards, y'all, so don't ask me. These are again some of those cards that are a little bit not for all, not for everybody's consumption. Whew. So for him, it was very important for him to forget, completely disown, completely suppress, completely eliminate what we know as mainstream religion. Like, he just didn't want to have anything to do with it, and he felt that that was harming people. Now, I will tell you this, okay? Again, I'm playing the devil's advocate here, or I shouldn't say that. Why would I want to be the devil's advocate, right? Look at all the drama that's all gone on with the church, right? I mean, every religion, not just the church. There are always cases of where people wearing the robes are misusing their power and under the guise of God and their robes and their religion and all that. They have been known to molest children. They've been known to molest adults. They've been known to cheat, to steal, all under the guise of religion. So then you begin to wonder, how do you get away with all this? If you are supposed to be a representative of a religion or a faith that is so pure and so right and so righteous, how in God's world are you able to do all of this stuff and get away with it? And how in God's world is it that the church has brushed everything under the carpet? Why are they settling $300-400 million out of court for all these kids who have been molested by these padres? Like, why? Why is it that those people who are supposedly priests and monks and whatever, how do they, so what is the process of training them and teaching them? Does one really need to be trained in religion? Like, does one really need to be trained in religion? What is training? Or what qualifies you or quantifies you as being religious? Like, how, what? There are a lot of people who claim to be religious, who go to the temple and the church and the mosque every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and yet they turn around the other ones who are cheating people, stealing, stabbing, killing, doing all those things. So then it makes you wonder, is there any justice to that? Then what's the purpose or premise of religion as we know it to be, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he's had some major issues of abuse as a child, which made him start thinking about those things. For him, it was all about endings and rebirth, creation of all things, elegance and justice. So let's tie it together. He felt by completely eliminating, bringing something down to ground zero and basically bloodletting, if you will. So remember in the good old days, the doctors used to say, okay, let's bloodlet, right? They let blood and they think everything is the person is cured or whatever. But for him, it was literally cleansing, eliminating all of this, bringing it to a neutral, whatever, ground zero, clean slate, and starting all over, because that was his intention. His intention was to completely erase all of that and start anew. So that must have been because of something very traumatic that might have happened in his childhood. Maybe a lot of people are not aware of it. I certainly don't know much about his childhood. So that's what the cards are saying, something truly, truly traumatic. So maybe that's why this great need to start something that is completely new, completely different, because he saw with such clarity at such a young age that mainstream, as he knew it, as he saw it, as he had been exposed to, was totally not acceptable, not genuine, not 100%, not whole, wasn't what it was made out to be. Then we have creation of all things. He did feel that he had the ability to create whatever he wanted, and if he created it with the intentions of being able to influence people, and if he believed in it truly and he created it with that confidence, then he would be able to sway a lot of people. He was very eloquent, absolutely very eloquent, in the sense that he certainly had the ability to be able to present his ideas, thought processes. A lot of insinuation, all right? There are a lot of insinuations. As eloquent as he was, there was a lot of things that he left unsaid so that people would rely on the imagination and connect the dots, right? Very smart. And then justice, he certainly felt very, again, justice is a Libra card. He's showing up. Isn't he a Libra? Right. For him, he felt that this was the only way he could justify, okay, and negate mainstream religion as he knew it. Because in his eyes, mainstream religion was bah humbug. Absolutely bah humbug. Well, now we know. Texas, thank you for saying that. New beginnings, politics and ambition, spiritual wisdom, divine power, propagation of light. So apt, so apt. He really did feel that, it was a new him, new way of life that he had birthed. Very ambitious. Did have quite a bit of influence in the political arena too at that time. So people may have been against him, but then secretively he did have a lot of people believe in him too, funnily enough, right? There were a lot of people who did believe in him, the political bigwigs or whatever. They did feel that spiritual wisdom was something that he was much blessed with. See, but then again, for those people in power, divine power, they felt that by doing all these things and by getting away with it, what do I mean by that? So for him, these people in power who followed him on the sly, if you will, right? Because they still had to maintain the false image of what was acceptable to the masses. Because if you, as a politician, you come out to the masses and say, I believe in the Kabbalah or I believe in Satanism, and that's the end of your career. But having this so-called private secret type of a belief or faith or whatever duality really helped them, because it was almost like the exclusivity, supply and demand, right? So what is scarce, the price is going to be a lot more than what if it is freely available. Case in point, gasoline's had crossed $4 here where I live at. So I'm afraid to ask what it is in California and other, California being always so expensive. I wonder what gas is there. Where I'm at, it's 4.09 or something a gallon. And this is not premium gas even, y'all, so go figure. So for them, having that exclusivity kind of gave them, you would feel, if it is a small circle of people, just a limited group, there's an exclusivity with that. And with that exclusivity comes the knowledge of having something that is powerful, because only X number of people can get that or have access to that. So that became, is it a false sense of power? Maybe. But they were able to get away with all this mischief that they did, molesting kids, killing kids, whatever, rapes, murders, whatever, and having all these weird all ceremonies, because it was everybody who belonged to the group and organization all believed in the same thing, so nobody would dare rat out anybody else. So that exclusive group of people, it's like the good old boys club. There is a kind of a bonding, a power that comes with that bonding. It's like, yeah, we know what needs to be done and we'll do it type of thing. Does it even make any sense? I hope so. But anyhow, then let's go to propagation of light. His goal was very clearly, okay, one way or the other, to make it known to people. He truly believed that if he brought to light the negative aspects or the weaknesses in mainstream religion, people would see the light. He felt that if he could really show people all the bullcrap that happens in a mainstream religion, people would really feel and understand what he was trying to push and would believe in it and follow him. He really thought that. Wait, something, I missed a bunch. Okay, so Gypsy Girl says 4:14 today. What? I don't know what 4:14 means. I don't know what 4:14 means. Okay. Gypsy Girl, I don't know what that means, honey. So Pauline says, okay, my church is in the fire. Yeah, nature. Courtney says, did he create or lead the cabal? Okay, did he create or lead the cabal? Well, let's get a yes or no answer for that. Woo! Hello, baby. Gas. Oh, okay. So Texas says his mom called him the great beast. I get an ace, which is a yes, but we'll ask again. Oops. Hello. What? I get another yes. Bringing to forefront what was forgotten, what was once forgotten. Bringing to light what was once forgotten. That's what I'm saying. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bringing to light what was once forgotten. So, Cabal, did he discover it? I don't think. Like he started it, something that was used way back when, a way of life, a particular thought process, a belief, a faith, or whatever, he brought it back. And so then that way you could say that, yeah. Okay. Hey, Ellie. Okay, let's take a quick second and let's see if you all have any questions. If not, we'll continue. Yep, that is correct, Ellie. Somebody else asked that question. That is correct. Power of suggestion. Yeah, Kabbalism was way before his time. True. Power of suggestion. So if you pick a child, a child, and you just from the very beginning start grooming the child and saying you're special, you're special, you're special, the power of suggestion, and that's all that child knows, and everybody else around the child acts like that child is really special, that child is going to grow up to believe that I'm special and expect to be treated as special for the rest of his or her life. We call it grooming, in other words, right? So you can groom somebody to be special, or you can groom somebody in a certain way so that they blindly follow you. Again, the power of suggestion. When they're very young and very susceptible, how do you mold them, right? We see grooming happening every time. Members of the London Temple of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Yeah, that's true. If he sacrificed children and stuff, not to be a conspiracy theorist, but did Jeffrey... Yeah, we are not talking about anybody else except Crowley. We'll do one for the doofus, Epstein, and then we will do that some other time. See, but then again, Hermetism, like what exactly is Hermetism, right? Let's take a quick look here. Give me 1 second. I had it somewhere. So, when we talk about Hermetism, we talk about the Hermes, right, the Greek god, and, Hermetism, well, Hermes, it comes from that. But what's wrong with that? Let's think about that. What is wrong with Hermetism? What is wrong with it? Okay. Way before that, we're talking about way back when the Greeks and Hermes, and they had all these gods and goddesses and all that. So, what's wrong with that? Those religions before Christ, way back before Christ, even they had all those religions. They had, the belief systems, they had the gods and goddesses and this and that way before Christ. So, how can we just say that after Christ came, all those things are defunct and non-existent when they were in existence way before Christ? Right? So, then, is it justified to say that that's the true religion, or are we justified in saying Christianity is the true religion? So, doesn't make any sense. So, and then again, if you go back when the gods and goddesses, Hermes and this and that and all that, and then it's evolved, and now you bring it forth and label it and make something else out of it and present it, and then people kind of get lost in it. But in its truest form, Hermetism was something else altogether. So, yeah, I agree. Okay, any other questions? Where did the time go, y'all? It's already an hour and a half into this. Oh my goodness, I feel like we barely scratched the surface. Okay, what questions do you have? Let's ask some questions and then we'll go at it again. No questions? Okay. Oh my God, Bernie, calm down. Okay, I'm going to focus now. I won't look at the camera. I'm going to focus and see if I can pick up any messages. Right? I don't know which one. I'll put this one away for now. Oh my goodness, where did it go? My faithful. Yeah, what's your question? Oh yeah, absolutely. Died too young. Died too young is what I'm hearing. Died too young. Oh. The 10th house, the Chariot card has popped up again. Career, reputation, morals, and life goals. So we have the World card, the Chariot, Three of Wands, Death, and the Knight of Wands. There is some disappointment here that his religion could not have gone like mainstream, like worldwide, if you will, as he wanted it to. He certainly feels like he passed too young. He wishes he would hung around. But he says that whoever he trained, they didn't have the same level of morals and goals as he did. Like they were into it, they did want to proceed, they did want to travel, they did want to expand, but not with the same conviction that he had. So death and regeneration, he feels that death and regeneration is part of life, and he goes in the physical form. If you die, doesn't necessarily mean that you're dead in the spiritual form. He does believe in the afterlife, and he does believe that it does continue. Whatever your faith and belief is, you do continue down that same path in the afterlife. There is a lot of regret for him as far as, he feels he died too young. He wishes he could have been around for a lot longer. And the Knight of Wands here, the Knight of Wands talks about having that free-spirited individual, having that creativity, somebody who has that creativity, that level of creativity. His disappointment is that he feels whoever took over, if they did, I don't know, that they didn't have the same level of creativity, zest, drive, morals, principles to continue to go forward. And with the Chariot card, they didn't have that balance, they didn't have that focus. That's his great disappointment. Yeah, he died at 72, but he believes it was too young. He believes it was too young. Very interesting, very interesting. I'm going to stop with this. Give me 1 second. Lurch of the Addams Family. Come on, buddy. Right? Again, this is another set of cards I'm using. I'm not going to show y'all. Did we discuss Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard of Scientology's relationship? We'll get there. Oh my God, we'll get there. We have so much. So thanks, Courtney. Remember the assignment to preface questions. Thank you. Yeah, it was a tarot deck that he created. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, it was a tarot deck that he created. Did I miss Courtney's other question? No. Okay. Yeah, Karajas. Yes, Becca. Thought was a tarot deck he created. I'm sure it is available. See, that's another thing I talk about tarot decks, y'all. Y'all go with whether Aleister Crowley came out with it, or whether, I don't know, Putin came out with a tarot deck, or whether Kirtana comes out with a tarot deck. Just because it's a tarot deck doesn't mean that it's all evil. It's just a tool. What are the message in that? Do I even have it? I probably have it somewhere here. I'm not going to get up and get it. Yeah, I think I have it. I do. I do. Give me a second. I'm going to pick it up. It's somewhere here. Ah, it's cold. Hold on, baby. I'm not doing belly rubs right now. Oh my God, Bunny. Should I do belly rubs? Oh, Puka, I got to work, baby. I have to pick up a deck from here. If only I find it. I hope I find it. Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. You better show yourself up really quick because I don't have time all day. Oh no. Do I have it? I know I have it, but why can't I see it? Oh no. Which one is that? Ah, darn it. Oh God, okay. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, I thought that was it. No. Okay. So, I don't know where it is, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I know I have it. It's just hiding somewhere, and I'm not going to dig through that mess over there. Remember, I said I moved everything and I was supposed to organize it. Never got around to organizing it. So, whatever tarot deck you pick up, as long as it resonates with you, you know, use it. It's a tool. Yeah, every time I pass by, he's like, oh, Mom, can you give me a belly rub again? I'm like, puppy. Gypsy. Yeah. Thank you, Ginger. I have the Hermetic Tarot. It's a very advanced tarot, y'all. It's not for everybody. That I have at the thought. The Hermetic, there's one more baby Hermetic Tarot. Well, let's see. So this is a very interesting Mentor of Wands. So we have Aries, Sagittarius. The Lion. Right. So, okay. Then we have Victory. So we have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Then we have the 4 Leo. Okay, that's interesting. And then we have Aquarius, right? Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, that's interesting. Very well. I understand. So he's a Libra. It's very clearly popping up Libra over here. We have the Mentor of Wands. Okay. Then we have 6 of Wands. Then we have the Princess of Swords and the Mentor of Swords. So, oh, okay. So there's a lot of action that was taken after a great amount of thought and thinking. This guy put into action only after very systematic, like whatever he wanted to accomplish, like goals, this, A, B, C, D. So he didn't just randomly come out with stuff and start doing stuff. He was very methodical in how he wanted to go about doing things. And how he wanted to go about releasing information or talking about mentor of this or that. That's the pentacle. So that's again, why do we have that here though? So we have Capricorn, Taurus. So Jupiter is showing up here too. Why is Jupiter showing up here? Very smart, very grounded. He did make a lot of money. very methodical in his approach to things, right? And how he went about doing things. Very, very methodical, and good for him. Like, good for him in the sense that smart guy. So again, Aquarius pops up. Very cerebral, very, very smart, very, very smart. I'm going to put that aside right now. I don't want to use that anymore. Very smart. I just wanted to quickly look up something, and it kind of served its purpose. Very, very smart person, very intelligent, very intellectual. I guarantee his IQ must have been way up there, y'all. Aleister Crowley, I guarantee his IQ must have been way up there. So, okay, let's put that aside. And let's get on with this. Somebody, until I saw her use it. What was that? What is that? Okay. Is Aleister Crowley coming through tonight? Why did he use bloodletting? Okay. Bloodletting, as in, I actually didn't say bloodletting. I wanted to say blood sacrifice, y'all. That's basically what I meant. Because I didn't want to use those words because people will get upset. It was more like sacrifice. His energy is like very faint. It's not like I'm hearing, it's not like a steady energy. I'm hearing bits and pieces and quiet. It's almost like I feel like, he says something and sees how I relate, and he sits back and watches. Like, that's the kind of energy and feedback I'm getting. It's not like, oh, I'm here, I want to talk, boom, 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 boom. You know how sometimes I say, can you wait, please? No, this is not like that. A little something and waits. I can literally feel that he's sitting and waiting to see and watching to see how I present it. And then he'll come and give me a little bit more information. It's the weirdest thing. It's, again, control. This explains a bit as to why so many people are against the tarot cards. If I start going about town, what did she was remembering to use? Good one, Texas. If I go about, think about it, the impact. What is the impact? See, what was he trying to project? What was he trying to portray himself as? The dark side, the devil, satanic, this, that, or whatever else. So obviously, if you go about presenting yourself as being the leader or the beast or whatever he called himself, the greatest beast or 666 or whatever. Yeah, it's like that image you have created that image, and it's like almost like branding. Why wouldn't he call himself that? Absolutely, why wouldn't he call himself that? Very manipulative. Yeah, very sneaky, very intelligent though, I'll tell you. It's all about control. And all those things about, sacrifices and this and that is confirmed. I'll tell you that much, at least based on what my cards are telling me. Crowley is, when I say that he was linked to tarot cards, he created tarot cards based on his belief. Like if you look at the Rider-Waite, it's based on his relief. You look at the Thought Tarot, it's based on his relief, his views and opinions, right? And his beliefs. Somebody else pops up another set of tarot cards. That's the way they see it. So it's tarot hasn't gotten a bad name because Aleister Crowley produced a couple of decks. That's not it. Those who believe in Aleister Crowley and think his poo don't stink, they will buy up his tarot cards because they believe in it, right? If you are the kind who follows Rider-Waite, then whatever tarot deck they spit out in the name of Rider-Waite, you're going to go buy it. So tarot per se didn't get a bad name because of him. Tarot per se has always been, it's like magic. It's like, oh, I don't know what the cards say. And, the average person, a lot of y'all too over here don't know tarot, right? So when you see somebody using tarot, you don't know what it is. So that mysticism, that secrecy, that under the veil of magic, and you don't have knowledge about it. So therefore it's like fear of the unknown, right? Fear of the unknown. So, and again, mainstream religion will never encourage, accept, accommodate, or respect anything else that doesn't fit their norm, that doesn't suit their convenience. If it is something out of the norm that they do not approve of, that they are not comfortable with, they are not going to approve of it. And if they don't approve of it, therefore it must be bad, you know. You go back and read the Bible all about King Solomon and the 72 devils, and all that is also in the Bible. He just believed that the 72 devils were the real archangels. So what are you going to do, right? He's entitled to his beliefs. Okay. I have the thought deck and I've used it. I just can't find it over there. The Hermetic deck, there's another one over here. I'll just show you a couple of the Hermetic deck. It's pretty advanced actually, but just so you'll know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a, oh my God, no. Trying to find one that... why are these? Oh yeah, I might have. I'll pick out a simple one, but there's some imagery in this that you all may not get, but that's okay. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and this is in the Hermetic Tarot, based upon the esoteric workings of the secret order of the Golden Dawn. I use it. Does that make me a devil worshipper? Hell no. And if anybody thinks I'm a devil worshipper because I use a Hermetic Tarot deck, then that person is so seriously cuckoo. It's like, sorry baby, this isn't your jam. Go find something else. So it's a tool. That's all it is to me. There are a lot of tarot decks I have here that are 100% based on religion and some that are not. So does that make me a believer of a particular religion or not? Oh my God, for real. Why is this giving me so much trouble? No, I'm not going to use you now. For real. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's a fantastic deck. I love it. So let's get on with it. Do people still follow me? Yep, absolutely do. Absolutely. It's like a cult following. There are a lot of people who believe Aleister Crowley is a bomb.com. It's very unfortunate, I hear a lot of people who say, my family doesn't understand my gifts, my family doesn't accept my gifts. It's very, very sad. It really saddens me because, yes, Courtney, I think I answered your question. Yes, people do follow him. Yes, they do. Telima as well. I just want to... See, he's quiet now. It's so weird. It's almost like a little bit of information and step back and watch. A little bit of information, step back and watch. It's really weird. That's freaking me out a little bit. Not freaking, weirding me out. When people say, people don't, I've shared with y'all when I was a young child, like my mom, when I used to go tell her, Mom, I have these dreams or this or that, she always used to say, child, go back to bed. You read a lot of books. Your imagination is overactive and, stop reading all those books and this, that, because I was a voracious reader even at a very young age. I loved going to the library and getting books because everybody in the family read books. So it kind of just picked up. We always had a humongous library at home itself, all kinds of books, kids, adults, everything. So I would read a lot of books, and growing up, you delve into things that are a little bit not necessarily age appropriate, like, ghost stories and this and that and all that. And mom would be like, you read a lot of books and your mind is overactive and all that. So they don't understand it. And a lot of people say, like, here, I'm Catholic or whatever. I don't want to tell people because they'll judge me and they'll think it's a devil's work. It's sad because if you truly acknowledge your skills, if you truly, first and foremost, if God didn't want you to have this gift, you wouldn't have, on a side note. But if you truly acknowledge, embrace, and accept your gifts, you really don't need anybody to accept it. Why? I'll tell you this. If you accept it in the first place, everything else will fall into place. Hey, quit. What are you doing? So you accept it. You don't need anybody else to support you or to prop you up. As long as you accept, you acknowledge, you understand your gifts, you walk out with that confidence knowing that, yeah, this is not bah humbug, this isn't the devil's work. Why do you care what anybody else thinks? Okay, Kirtana cannot openly say everything. Yeah, I can't. I will not. It's too much. YouTube will shut down my channel. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that she says here. Read Texas's thing. I have to filter it, y'all. I can't because it'll shut me down in a heartbeat. It's just all that she's saying is very visible. I am being shown that. Absolutely. There are some celebrity names that have popped up that have been very participative in such activities. I am not going to mention their names. And if you think I'm just fibbing, that's fine by me. I don't care. I want to wake up alive tomorrow morning. I don't want to wake up dead. Let's put it that way. Yes, thank you, my Manx. A lot of people absolutely do confuse themselves. They do not know what spirituality is. They do not know what religion is. Thank you, my Manx, for posting that because she is spot on. Spot on. 4 of Wands, celebration. The Sun card, man, that Sun card, look. And then now we get the Moon card, which is Cancer. Right? No, that one doesn't want to come up. 2 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Wow, choices. I think 2 kids. 10 of Swords popped up earlier too. The Wheel of Fortune has consistently popped up. Right? And then we have the World card. The World card also. These are repetitions. There's a reason why these cards pop up. Let me show you. 4 of Wands. The Sun card. Okay. Then we have the Moon. 2 of Wands. 2 of Cups. 10 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The World card. So, let's take a look at this. Okay. 4 of Wands just talk about celebration. The heart of every single thing that he did, every single at the very core, at the very heart of every single celebratory thing, event, right? Because it was like you do A, B, C, D, then you are tested and then you qualify and you pass the exam and we celebrate. There were sacrifices involved in every one of those. The Sun card does talk about, yes, children. The Moon card talks about a lot of shady business going on there. A lot of shady business. What do we mean by the Moon card? The Moon card talks about emotions, things being kept under wrap, things being hidden. But I'm also going to say, usually when, oh my God, we're really getting into this bullcrap. So kids being kidnapped, kids gone missing. It was usually families that had 2 or more kids, one would go missing. That's how they were able to do it. And there's a reason why they did that, because we have the 2 of Wands and then we have the 2 of Cups here. And I'll get to that. Then 10 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune and the World. The 2 of Cups does talk about, love and partnership and proposals, etc., right? And the 2 of Wands does talk about waiting for results and deciding to make waiting for results so you can decide, and also traveling. So traveling doesn't necessarily mean physical traveling, movement, moving forward, right? So it was always like trying to capture or trying to source lives from families where they had more than one child. And if that meant they had to move there, if that meant they had to draw those people in, entice them and show them all of this stuff, and then they will like literally promise their child and say, okay, I give my child to this, or I'm sacrificing my child, or I'm not donating, I'm volunteering my child to join this cult or this whatever. That's how they were able to groom these people. And also, as far as the emotional aspect was concerned, they were always emotionally manipulated and brainwashed. And the problem is, these people, once they went through all that process, pretty soon they realized what happened and they would be absolutely grief stricken, but it is too late for them to get up and do anything, because the wheel of fortune would turn and they were aptly and appropriately and generously compensated. Okay, and then we have the world card. It's like, yeah, absolutely generously compensated. And the world card talks about successful completion through spiritual rebirth. So that was always the draw. You did a good thing. This is for your benefit. I know it's difficult. Things are going to be fine. Don't worry about it. This is a temporary sacrifice. So that emotionally grooming, manipulating, influencing, there was a lot of that nonsense that happened. Y'all, this is like, see, I don't know what people say, Aleister Crowley's followers, I don't know what they say. I'm sure a lot of them will come out and say, oh, he never did all this sacrifice and all this stuff. And oh, look, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I'm just saying what I'm seeing over there. Here the cards are telling me. So, thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Gypsy Girl. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of shites that went on, y'all. Let me tell you, there are a lot of people in power who also followed Aleister Crowley and who also supported him. It's wait, she says there's a good read. I want to know what that good read is because I want to read it. Absolutely. You know what? There's nothing wrong with it. I've said it time and time and again. Hoodoo, voodoo, and all that brujeria and all those things. There's nothing wrong. It's what do you use that for? What is the intention? People use that for malefic results. You'll get malefic results. But if you use it for good intentions, you'll get good intentions. You know, not every hoodoo and voodoo is, oh, to hurt somebody. I mean, you're using that to hurt somebody. Let me tell you, that's going to bounce back 100 times. But if you use it for good things, then why wouldn't it work? So, okay. So I want to say one more thing. I actually saw this. There are a whole bunch of people on YouTube, I'm sure, who absolutely, write to, or who absolutely follow that school of thought where it blew my mind. I'm like, that's the kind of information you don't want to put on YouTube, but who am I to say anything? These people are their own creators, and whatever they want to post on their channel, I suppose they can post. But actually showing detailed processes and procedures about how to do the dark arts. My only concern about that is there are a lot of people who have no idea what any of this is, and half baked potatoes are never good. So they go and they get some harebrained idea, and these kids watching TV and watching YouTube, and they decide to start something and that they cannot handle because they don't have the knowledge to handle those kind of powers. What do you think is going to happen? So I really feel bad when they show all that on the internet. But hey, somebody can come on here and say, I'm 21 years old. How am I to check? Concerned viewers on the last live. So I added, and the viewers. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Any questions? Oh, thank you, Courtney. Okay. They are. I agree. The moderators are doing. Uh-huh. Okay. So what questions do you all have for me? What's your question, Courtney? Go for it. Hurry up, Courtney. Before somebody else gets the mic. Okay, she's going to text us. You all know we have some creepers. Yeah. Thank you. Too bad, sneaky McCreepies. Oh, Texas, we know. Yeah, I'm sure there are always people watching who don't want to come forth and say anything. Okay. Okay. So let's get on. Power. I'm going to pull a card for that. Wow, what are the odds that the Emperor card will pop up? It's just power. And he truly believed in it. He truly believed in, hey, Amaryllis, Alejandra, could he have reincarnated during this? It could be. Hang on one second. Now the questions are popping. Okay. What did he get doing those things? Power, control, power, being different. The Wheel of Fortune, and the first card was Temperance. He wanted to find balance for himself. And he Ten of Swords. See this Ten of Swords, man. I don't know what it is about this card. Why is it popping up every single draw? And Four of Wands and the World card. Look, he did it for power. He did it for balance. In his opinion, okay, he truly believed that this world was lacking balance. This world didn't have the necessary balance of life, if you will, as he thought it should be. And with the Wheel of Fortune, he always felt that things should change to reveal the true religion, true faith, what truly mankind needs, and what in his opinion was what should be mainstream religion. He really thought that, the Kabbalah, the Hamitic way or whatever, should Satanism, whatever. He truly thought that is what this world is. And he truly believed that those times are going to come around with the Wheel of Fortune. See, this Ten of Swords, I'll tell you what. It keeps telling me that there's a complete grief, like feeling like he hit rock bottom at some time. And the Four of Wands pops up over here, and then the World card. So this tells me that he did try to find balance. He knew things were moving in a way such that they would reveal something new all the time in a fortuitous way. And then the Ten of Swords, why does he feel like he hit rock bottom? And then he has the Four of Wands, celebrations, and then the World card. I think he's trying to say that at the end of the day, the certain small group of people who believed in what he did, them giving him kudos and giving him the thumbs up is fine, like he's happy with it. But he is disappointed that more of mankind, more of people didn't really follow him and didn't really appreciate him. He really wishes that a lot more people, that's what he keeps saying. He died too young because he feels he could have taken it, spread it out further into the world. Weird stuff, but power, acknowledgement. Power. Okay. Then they had, I didn't have a clue about Crowley, so true. Okay. Could he have reincarnated? Yeah, absolutely, Alejandra. Bunny, what is wrong with you? Huh? What is wrong with you? Something wrong with you? Do you want to go out? Come here. Time to go pee-pee. Get up. Come on. Excuse me, y'all. Go pee-pee. Honey, would you please let him out? Thank you. Yeah, pee-pee time. Then he starts fidgeting and all that stuff. No. And licking his paws and his ears and scratching his ear and this and that and all. I'm like, no, go pee-pee. The things we do for our critters. I don't know, Cindy. I'm sure if you go on the internet and look for whatever he wrote, I'm sure a whole bunch will pop up. You can do that research on your own. Wait, troll bugs? Another good one, Gypsy girl. Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, you mean name for the trolls here? Didn't Crowley have a huge addiction problem? Yeah, true. Oh my God. Okay, hold on, y'all. What's the matter?
What's that?
Oh, I thought he was knocking on the door. Okay. I thought Bunny was back. I'm like, kid, you didn't even go pee pee. Alia, what are you getting scared of? There's nothing to get scared here. Didn't Crowley? Yeah, he did. Absolutely. The devil, Three of Wands. Didn't we just talk about indication? Absolutely. I mean, addiction? Absolutely. Absolutely. Toxic. Three of Wands. Commerce and expansion. I do believe he did travel quite a bit in terms of astral travel and projection. He's done a lot of that. He has absolutely done a lot of that. Experimented and dabbled in that. Two of Swords. At some point in time, he had to compromise or make a decision. I don't know whether it is his addictions or something, but something transpired, and then you have the Temperance card prop up. I'm going to say towards a certain part of his life, towards the end of his life, Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to say when he died a cleansed man and all that. But there was a brief period of his life where he had to compromise or make a decision and find that balance, knowing very well that what he was projecting, what he was doing was not necessarily acceptable to a lot of people, and there was a little bit of doubt in him. I absolutely think so. The cards are saying he tried very hard to find balance, the balance in his own beliefs, the balance also in his addictions. And then you have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords talks about conflict, and he lacked mental clarity. I don't know what the purpose, what issues he had when he died, whether it was Parkinson's or some sort of a mental issue, but it's showing me that he lacked mental clarity and there was a lot of conflict. Absolutely. Towards the end of his life, mental conflict. Okay, so can somebody tell me what was his, didn't Crowley, okay, what was his cause of death? Do anybody know? Linda, what is Linda's question? Wait. Does he still believe the same way? No, he does. Somebody asked me that earlier and I said yes. He was such a contradiction. His very own ego got in the way of finding any semblance of balance. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very true, Amaryllis. What was his cause of death? I want to find out. So I just looked it up and said what caused Aleister Crowley's death, and I don't know, just the first thing that pops up here is wickedest man. That's the usual bullcrap. He died broke after a lavish lifestyle, but they don't tell me what caused his death, like what was the medical cause of his death. Of course, at the end of it all, it's heart attack. Which tells the death. I don't know what the cause of his death was. I wish we could find that out. That would be interesting. Okay, Crowley by this time a chronic heroin addict, died of bronchitis and congenital heart congestion. Oh wow, I didn't even know that, but thank you. Yeah, he thought, oh crap, wrong path, whoops. Right? Oh, died from syphilis? Oh, interesting. That's his problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. Whether he learned anything, but he's still stubborn as heck. He actually corrected me. He says stubborn as FUCK. Eight of Pentacles. still working on his craft. Oh my goodness, what a. Anyway, temperance, addiction, trying to find balance. So that was serious. Seven of Pentacles. Still working on his craft. He says delayed success. See, I get bits and pieces. 6 of Pentacles. Should have given and received. Didn't. Didn't give and didn't receive enough. 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true. And abundance. And 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Wow, now good cards are popping up for him. Queen of Cups. I don't know who the lady was in his life, who was his emotional support. I wonder if it was his mom or one of his wives. Queen of Swords. He has a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Swords. So 2 wives, 2 women. And the Devil card, addiction again. So yeah. Yeah, it's like, today, I mean, Jane Doe is going to start smoking a whole bunch of doomies, and then she starts talking about all this crap about, whatever, 666 or 000 or triple whatever the heck, and then starts behaving in a certain manner and goes about. There are crazy people who will follow and buy that SHITs because people just do. Some people are so gullible. They don't have the guidance. They don't have the intelligence to be able to decipher, to be able to see through and make their own decisions. Some people are gullible, and it is very unfortunate too. It's really, really, really sad because innocent people get caught up in this kind of a BS when if they had the ability to be exposed to something more positive, they could have accomplished so much more in life. It's really sad. These people truly prey on the weak. They really do. Has or will he reincarnate? That's a good question. I was late. Did he have any Taurus in his chart? I didn't see his astrology, so I don't know. Why do you ask, Ellie? So I wonder, has he or will he reincarnate? I'll ask that question. Ellie, why do you ask? Oh, if you did Texas Patriot, I clearly missed it. Hang on 1 second. Let me see. Sorry about that, Texas Patriot. So, hang on. Oh, yeah, you did. First wife, Rose Edith Kelly. Second wife, Maria Teresa Sanchez. Let me see. Maria Teresa Sanchez. Let me see what I get for her. Is she... Let me see which one. Has he or will he reincarnate? Let me ask. But why would Taurus in any way? I don't get it. King of Swords. That's him, Libra. King of Swords, he's a Libra. Judgment, justifies. The Strength card pops up again. The Hangman. No, not the answers I'm getting. Let me shuffle. That wasn't looking right. Yeah, you can tell. Oh my God. So he's got 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the Fool, and 4 of Cups. No, none of his wives were happy with him. And 5 of Pentacles. And 4 of Pentacles. Look, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. 2 of Cups. No, y'all. No. I'll tell you what. Not at all happy and satisfied with his marriage. Never. It was a draw. Oh, he's exotic. He's different. He's got that draw. He's got that magnetism. That's how he would draw them. Did he have successful marriages? No. And yes, the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands are the wives who popped up. He had 2 wives. Yes, thank you. Just curious. Okay. Am I allowed suggest celebrities? Oh yeah, you can type it. I have nothing against Taurus. I've just been told they are stubborn sign, but I'm just wondering what that has got to do with Aleister Crowley. I don't know why you, being Taurus, should. Okay, there was also Freda Harris, the wife of Sir Percy Harris, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. This is the one. This Freda Harris is the one that he talks about a lot more than he does his wives or his children. Two, 4, 6, 7. Let me show you what I got. I don't know what any of this means, but I have a U, U, G, H, M, 7 that I pulled, T, F, N. So let me type it out. I don't know in what order. So H, U, M, F, G, N, and T, correct? H, U, M. Wait, I thought I was typing. What the heck? H, U, M, F, G, N, and T. So, I don't know what that means. Y'all figure it out. Oh, okay. Anyway, moving on. Why can't it's 2:30 in the UK? Oh my goodness, Alia. Go to bed, Alia. That's what he talks about, Freda. I thought I thought I heard it wrong, and I was thinking Freddie, and I was like, oh, okay, now I know. Wait a second, y'all. HUMFGNT. Didn't she just say Texas Freda Harris? H and F. Oh my goodness. That's creepy as heck. So, the Hierophant. This is a Queen of Swords. She pops up. I wonder if that is. And the Emperor. Oh my goodness. Yep. Queen of Swords for sure. So she pops up now. The Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, and Emperor. Yeah. So Hierophant is this guy. What's his name? Crowley. She's the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor must be her husband, Percy Harris. He was quite popular, right? Quite. Oh no, I was just wondering. Girl, that's okay, Ali. I was just curious to know. I thought you knew something else that we didn't, and I was like, girl, you better share, so don't worry about it. Oh. No, it's okay. It's all good. That was what I was confused. Tiffany Collard says, that's what I was confused. I don't know what. Okay. Any other questions? Look, there's a lot of stuff I will tell you, y'all, about this particular individual. Hi, Margaret. Margaret, I know I hope you got all my emails, and I will send you tomorrow, I think, because tomorrow I'm going to be busy recording for my for my website, for the next week and all that stuff. So I'll send you an email with all that other information I was talking about, Margaret. Okay. Don't text me. Okay. Email me, because text messages. If I let text messages accumulate from people who I do consultations with, my phone would be out of space. So I just dump the text messages after 24 hours. So don't text me, just email me, okay? Okay. Do all these sacrifices and all this weird stuff as we know happened? Yes. What is that word, Texas, you were talking about, where they use it, adrenal, oh my God, I can't even say it. Texas, you know what we're talking about, right? Do all those things exist? Yes. Do people specifically go about these nefarious activities for their own ulterior motives? Yes. It has happened for eons, it will continue to happen. As much as for as long as mankind is going to be in existence, there are going to be certain people who will continue down those paths and who will continue to do those things. Do I condone it? Absolutely not. Do certain people believe that that is their calling and that gives them power and that does all those things? Then they will continue to do that. Because again, who can come forward and say, yes, it worked, doing all that worked? Will they come forward and say it? For the most part, a lot of people who do all that nonsense, they'll threaten these people and say, if it doesn't work, it's not because... Thank you. Adrenochrome, yes. They'll threaten them and say, if it doesn't work, it's not because of me, it's because of you, and you better not come after me because I have protected myself and I will turn around and do something to you. And they'll take 5,000, 6,000 or whatever money from you, and you're so scared, terrified, that you're not going to go after them if it doesn't work for you. And clearly it won't, because, of whatever reason. Then what are you going to do? Then you'll have to suck it up, buttercup, and sit there. Because you're terrified, because these people have put the fear of God in you, because you've seen them do all these things, sacrifices, etc. Because they'll call you and they'll make you stand and they'll make you watch all that stuff. And you're terrified. You're like, oh my God, if this person is capable of doing that, then this person is capable of going after me. And I'm terrified. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep quiet and pretend that nothing happened. It's okay. It's okay. Even if it doesn't work, it's okay. You're not going to go to the cops and say, hey, this hasn't happened, because the police will say that you are an accomplice yourself. So a lot of this stuff will continue to happen, and a lot of it people will not bring to the limelight because they are terrified. So, having said that, do people do voodoo to find a missing person, to do this, to do that? I lost this, a lot of people do it. What do you use it for? That's the most important thing. Are you using it for nefarious activities, or you're using it for something positive? It's all about activating certain energies that will be in perfect alignment to facilitate a certain result. That's what it is. So if a certain result is a bad result that you want for somebody, and you do whatever steps you take, and the energy is all aligned, then most likely that bad stuff is going to happen. But if you do whatever you need to, so all the energy is aligned for that good stuff to happen, then that'll happen, right? So think about it that way. I won't get into it any further because that's a bit... Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, thanks, Ellie. So that explains why he had so much of that cerebral thing going on, emotions. And then with the sun popping up, he has Leo. I'm not going to take, LA, you checked and you did all that, but I don't generally take somebody else's calculations because I don't know. I have to look at it based on my own software, and that's when I take it as confirmed. So Oh, oh, I didn't know that. The Crowley Harris Tarot. I think that's the one I have though. No A bombs allowed. Okay. Any questions, y'all? If y'all don't have any questions, I suppose we can wind it down. I see, I'll tell you one thing though, there's a lot that's going on, but I will not post it here. Like I said, um, I kept getting certain names of certain celebrities, but I'm not going to mention that because one of them is passed and the other are very much alive. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not. So, and again, like I said, I want to wake up alive tomorrow. I don't want to wake up dead. And there are some things that I have to kind of hold back on simply because of my own sanity and my own security and safety and the sanity and security and safety of my family, right? Hey, Annette. So I don't know, Ellie, are you trying to promote somebody over here? Thank you, Ali. Yeah, I don't want to post that stuff here because, I just don't. So, any questions, y'all? Is Lisa Townsend in the house? I don't know who Lisa Townsend is. Is she one of our members? Annette West, hello from Australia. I was wondering if you could do a read on our Shane Warne, please. Oh, I remember Shane Warne. Oh my God. Oh my God. What about Shane Warne? Okay. Way back in the 90s. So my then husband, both my kids, I mean the father of my kids and I, we Australia, New Zealand, whatever. The kids were little. So my son, my older one, oh my God, I remember Shane Warne. He had liked a specific Nike shoes and it was his birthday and he said, Mom, I want those pair of shoes. And I was like, okay. And it was this really, really bright yellow pair of Nike shoes with some red or something. It was one of those really striking shoes. I would never wear that as an adult, and he will never wear that as an adult. But as a child, that age, yeah, in 9, 10 years, it's okay. So we got him that pair of shoes, and then I don't remember where it was, but we had a connecting flight, and we had to jump on a little one of those little aircrafts, and this some guy who walked up to us and he said hi, and then my back was to him and I turned around and I go, oh hello, and both my boys were there and he made a beeline to my older son and he said, cool shoes mate. And my son was all excited. He's like, mom, dad, and we were like, what? And he was like, that's Shane Warne. I did not know. So then immediately he was like, oh, can I have your autograph? And we are all looking for pen and paper and all that stuff. And he said, can we please take a picture? He was so sweet. We actually took pictures. I mean, a bunch of pictures. And he really was sweet and spoke to my boys. And do you play cricket? And do you play basketball? Who's your favorite player? And these boys, they could rattle off all the statistics and all that stuff. And this spinner and this one slow bowler and fast bowler. And I was like, okay. And he actually had a good 10-15 minute conversation with my boys. And we were on the same aircraft too. So when we got off, he was like, well, enjoy yourselves and this, that and all. And he winked and he said, nice shoes, mate. And my son was so excited. I mean, the older one, I'm sure he still remembers that. What happened to Shane Warne, though? I want to know. Oh my God, what happened to Shane Warne? He was a bowler, wasn't he? Not a batsman, but a bowler. I want to look up what happened to him. I can actually do it right now because I'm curious. Oh no, I just want to be careful, LA, because I don't want some things posted on my chat. It's okay. What happened to Shane Warne though? I'm so curious to know. Oh my God. Hang on one second. Let's get all that. Let's say. Oh, he's still alive. Thank God. I thought he kicked the bucket or something. Was he a bowler or a batsman? I remember him being a bowler, so I don't know. Yeah, bowler, I'm correct. Right arm leg spinner. Okay. See, I still remember cricket. Okay. So this lady from Australia, what is her name? Annette West. Why do you want a reading for Shane Warne? Give me a little bit of information about that. Okay, heck no, okay. He sounds like a great guy. It's obviously not true that you shouldn't meet your idols. What? Who says you shouldn't meet your idols? Who- No, I'm not doing Elon Musk. No, no, we're not doing Elon Musk. No, thank you. Nope. Yeah, it's so cool. And I didn't like my kids. Oh my God, they were all about it. And kids, how they are. Uh, he died? Holy moly, he was so. How old was he? Why isn't it saying anything about him? Oh, it does. 13 September 69 to 4th March. Oh, he was so young though. Oh my goodness. Hang on. I'm going to do this, y'all. I'm going to do this. Give me 1 second, okay? Hang on. Let me do his. Oh my goodness. That is so terrible. He was so young. Okay, Shane. Keith. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Ah, that is terrible. 13th, 1969 and 4th March. Oh my God. Oh, my son will be upset if he were to hear this. He probably knows it already. Hang on. Oh, that is so sad. Oh. Oh, thank you, Ali. Wait, let me do this for. Uh, it's actually a nice BCBG, that sort of a thing. It's got this nice thing at the side. Nice to wear for work. And I had some Zoom work meeting today. So, oh my God, it's all over the news kit. I didn't even know Moonsa Balloon. Well, clearly I live in a bubble. So give me 1 second. Let me do this for Shane Warne. That is so sad. He was so young. Did he, correct me if I'm wrong, did he go through a phase where he had some alcohol issues or something, addiction or something? It could be somebody else. Shane Warne, hang on. 1, 8, 1. Oh my God, I am so sad, Keith. Oh. Oh. Shoot. I am bummed. Because I do watch cricket, I mean. I truly believe that. Oh, hang on. N-E. Because I truly believe you should watch cricket, not baseball, and you should watch soccer, not football, or as we call it, football, F-U-T. So hang on 1 second. Oh my God, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 69, 70, 71, 8, 13. September is 9, right? 13, 32, 32, 38, 37. Oh, 3, 7. Wait. 4 and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. Yeah. That is so sad. I do feel sorry. My condolences to all the Aussies. I mean, cricket has lost somebody, man. Seriously. This is really sad. This is sad. I never expected this. Miranda Norris says, do we email you a person to read? No answers have ever come for her murder. You can email me, Miranda, or you can put it right now in the description, I mean in the chat, and we'll make note of it. Or you can email me. My email address is therealtarot1123@gmail.com. You can actually put it now in the chat box, and either my moderators will make a note of it or I will. Did you learn anything new or surprising about? Yes, I did. But hang on one second. I'll tell you. My son worked at got to meet Shaq and the comedian Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. He's out of I like him. I've seen him live in Cali actually. So in Anaheim, I've seen him live. I took my boys there. Yeah. Okay, hang on one second. Oh. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me read this for Keith Shane Warne. Oh my God. Keith. I'm sorry, Shane Keith Warne. I don't know, y'all. He says he knew it was coming. He knew he was headed that way. I remember way back when that there were moments when they would call him Tubby or Chubby or whatever, because apparently he was a little overweight. Capricorn. So 13th September, right? Hang on. 13th September, June, July, August. So he's a Virgo. So Virgo. Right, and Pisces. Capricorn, he got Capricorn. So if he's a Virgo, 5th house, speculation, not a speculation, Gemini. So Gemini is his 11th house. 11th house is speculation by groups of friends and people he knew. So they are speculating. They're wondering why. Irfan Juan, Sushant Singh Raj. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna. If one of you moderators can please make a note of that, I will most definitely do one, because I want to do one for Sushant Singh. It's very unfortunate. What a brilliant young man, and he was murdered for sure. Notorious Big G. If you all just Alia, send me an email. Alia, you have my email address. Send me an email. So Miranda Norris says, Beth. Okay, we'll look into that. Hang on. Lot of speculation by the group of friends or people around him about his death. There is a lot of speculation. And then 2 Taurus. So let's say he was a Virgo. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 9th house. Did he just got done from meeting his dad, or something about his dad? Did his dad recently pass, or something about his dad? I don't know what it is. And Aquarius in the reverse. So we have Pisces. So Libra, I'm sorry, Virgo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th house. What is it about his partnership and marriage that we're talking about? Did he have a good relationship with his spouse or partner, or was it contentious? Because Aquarius is in the reverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house. Yeah, I don't think if he was married or he was dating or seeing somebody, I don't think they were very happy with the way the trajectory he was taking in life. So that's what I'm sensing. But Kurt, oh, yes, I would. I would, Kurt Cobain. Absolutely would. Absolutely would do a reading for Kurt Cobain. Send me an email, girl. No, there's some, yeah, see the Hierophant? So with the Hierophant, it's Taurus. Virgo, 12, 11, 10, 9,000. Something about his dad. What is it about his dad or distant travel? The Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Pentacles. Something about his dad, and there's a Wheel of Fortune. Things are moving, and there's a little bit of give and take, some sort of an exchange. Either he was meant to travel to do something where there would have been some give and take, or there's something to do with his father. I don't know what that is. 2 of Cups. Two of Cups talks about partnerships and proposals and marriage. Did he just get married, or was he going to propose, or is his marriage asunder? Something about that. I don't know. His energy is very blank, like shock. But then again, he says he expected it. Did he have some health issues or drugs or alcohol or something like that? I don't know why I'm picking up on that. Whoever that lady is from Australia, maybe she should give us a little bit of information. Janet, you have to email me at the Real Tarot 1123. Actually, for readings, if you want a personal reading, don't email me. Go to my website. Let me type out my website address: www.tarot1123.com. So my website address is also in the description box. If you're wanting a personal reading, please don't email me. Go straight to my website. Everything is clear over there. Very easy to use. It's very user friendly. You can decide what kind of a reading you want, fix the date, fix the time. It tells you how much it costs and confirm it, everything. So it's all automated. Then once you do all of that and the payment go through, I get an email, and then I'll call you and I'll confirm it. Because confirm it as in you put in the time, and I'll just send you a confirmation saying that yes, it's all set and we'll get to talk. Janet, if you want a personal reading, you have to go to my website. It'll walk you through everything. No, this one. Queen of Swords. Who is it? There's something about a female in his life. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Whoever that lady is from Australia, maybe she can come and... Yeah, website is up and running, y'all. My website address is in the description box as well. So I'm going to stop. So I don't know what that lady's name is. Okay, that's about that. I wrote here. Okay, great. Amy Winehouse would be another good one. Wasn't she also 27? Yeah. Yes. Okay, any other questions, y'all? Why are these boxes hard to open sometimes? Ding. Come on, buddy. Ah. Okay. Sometimes these boxes I can't open. Oh, thank you, Ali. Yes, everybody, I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter account. Although the link to my Twitter account I haven't yet put on my on the YouTube thingy. My Facebook page is up. Facebook is a work in progress. I'm doing it like one thing at a time. Oh, this thing is annoying me right now. So my Instagram is up, my Twitter account is up. I will put my Twitter handle as well, although those are not up on my website as yet. So I'm doing it in stages. Really, this is really annoying me. There we go. Okay, let me put this deck away because I'm kind of, I don't know why this deck is now. Okay, so my Twitter account is up, my Instagram account is up, my Facebook page is up. I haven't put all the handles on my website as yet. I'm doing it in phases. The only thing that is not completely active is the Facebook page. I'm working on it all day today. I had to work on my shop for the website. So all the links I will put in the description box for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, my website address is there too. I was really working today, and I had a couple of meetings too with regards to getting the products and all that stuff up on my website. Because until I get all that organized, you will not see the link. And I'm raring to put up my merchandise. So that's taking a little bit longer than I wish. And that's kind of bothering me. So for any of you who are new, Mondays I will do Movie Star Monday. It's recorded. Wednesday I will do Wicked Wednesday. Today is the only one that is live because I had announced it a couple of weeks ago. Otherwise, every Monday Movie Star Monday, right? Recording. Every Wednesday Wicked Wednesday recording, unless something really fantastic, then I'll announce and make it alive. But every Friday, Lost but Not Forgotten Friday is for missing people. That will always be alive. I am not doing classes anymore. And I'm not doing weekly tarot readings or monthly or year ahead tarot readings on my on YouTube at the moment. Please go to my website, therealtarot1123.com, and it has all the different links for the different readings like monthly, weekly, year ahead, personal readings, etc. Once a month, I will do Zoom. It is going to be on the last Saturday of the month, and that'll be on invitation only. We're not going to be talking about anything else except meeting people and chatting with each other and maybe share some ideas or have any questions for me or things like that. The chat session is going to be shut down. It's the whole premise of having Zoom is so that we can talk to each other. And then my classes, at the moment, I'm not organizing any classes because I want all this to be up and running. So probably in May, I'll start the classes. I'm going to have classes for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And they're paid for classes. They are not going to be free anymore. And limited seats. And you'll have like a proper, it's going to be via Zoom. So you'll have a list of the items that we are going to cover on the first beginners level. And, let's say we start at 9 o'clock, we go on till 11, we take a 15-minute break, go on till 1, take a half an hour break, come back, that sort of a thing. Like proper classes. I will email you, send you electronically the things that we are going to cover, the details. And, if we are doing tarot, then basically you need a tarot deck. If we are doing something else, I'll let you all know in advance via email. These are the items you need to get. It's not going to be any like go and spend hundreds of dollars and all that. No, nothing like that. But the classes are paid for. They're not going to be free because I realized that, a lot of people are at different levels. So when I'm teaching class, people come and they ask questions, and nothing wrong with that. It's just that it throws us off because there are people who are advanced, people who are intermediate, and some people, they're just curious. They don't want to do it, take up tarot. They're just curious. So I want to make sure everything is streamlined and organized. So I would say by the end of June, everything should be up and running like smoothly. And again, the website, my shop I'm working on, I'm just waiting. I wish I could have done everything at one shot, but for whatever reason, the universe is kind of making me slow down. And maybe it's like, one and done, right? So take your time, but do it right type of a thing that's happening. It's a bit frustrating for me because I want my shop to be up, and it's like, oh my God. So we'll get there in good time. But go and watch my astrology channel. On my astrology channel, The Real, let me just, The Real, Astrology. 1, 2, 3. This is my astrology channel. I post month ahead, week ahead, and year ahead astrology readings. Go and watch that. That I'm going to keep going ever for always. But if you want, I have a separate email address for that. If you want an astrology chart done for you, be it a solar return chart, a birth chart, year ahead chart, couples, relationships, family dynamics, adolescence for kids, your vocation, okay, or your career, if you're relocating, things like that, or have specific questions regarding your career, I do those astrology consultations. Send me an email at the real astrology 1123 no yeah 1123 at gmail.com. Send me an email there and I'll tell you the pricing. And again, those are by Zoom, and it's not just something that I print out and send it out to you and say, here's your astrology chart. They are interactive. You can ask as many questions as you want, and there's a lot of explanation that should be done talking about planetary positions, because having a piece of paper in front of you as opposed to really understanding the significance of each of those planetary positions, the degrees, etc., is a whole nother ball game. So anywho, thank you, LA. Thank you so much. Any other questions, y'all? If y'all don't, we'll shut this one down. I know a lot of you could be a little bit disappointed because you all probably were expecting a lot of dramatic stuff going on with Aleister Crowley and thought things are going to fall off and move and all that stuff. You'd be amazed, y'all. Sometimes the least expected reading, you get a lot of activity, and the most expected, you won't. So I feel like he's kind of being a little sneaky and hide and seek, because I felt like he would tell me something, literally tell me something, and then he'll sit back and he watches. He wants to wait and see what I do with that information, and then he'll tell me something and sit back and watch. So I know I'm being played. So it's like, okay, if that's your game, then I'll play right along. Don't worry about it. I can get, I'm okay with reverse psychology. I know how to use it. So maybe some other time he may pop through or whatever. Cody Bigsby, a 4-year-old boy, currently missing. Good night, Cindy. Okay, so people are checking out. So let me say good night to everybody. Kathleen Cheney, Pauline Rabb, Scout Inquirer, L.A. Rand, Susie Q. I have to, of course, thank my moderators, Texas and Gypsy Girl. Then Cindy Eve, Tammy Melton, L.A. Renard. I forget who else. Cindy Eve, right? I forgot. I'm sure. Sandra M, Pauline Rabb, Sassy T, BC Free, Cindy Eve, Janet Ackerland, Alia Ali, Tammy Melton. Did I say thank you to Pauline? It was such a pleasure speaking with you yesterday. I had been meaning to call her for a long time and finally got around to it yesterday. Oh my goodness. Girl, let me know how things go, Pauline. Miranda Norris. Thank you. Then Sandra M. Did I say Moonsa Balloon? Oh my God. Oh my God. He died in a hotel room in Thailand. Are we talking about Shane Warne? Oh my goodness. Yeah, she didn't, I don't know, she just went away though. Surprisingly, I asked her if she could confirm and she didn't say anything. That was a bit odd. I wish she had helped and answered some of the questions I asked her, clarified it, then we could have delved further into Shane Warne's reading, where she just vanished. Oh well. It's very unfortunate, but there's something over there. Like, I'm sure there was a time when he had some sort of an addiction or his health issues or he's kind of out of control. But anywho, oh my God. Crystal Bauman, Cindy Eve, who is, I'm sure, DTC Prime. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. I'm trying to see who else I missed. Margaret Rodriguez, Janet, hey girl, hey, thank you for being here. Aquarius girl was here too, right? I didn't see Afro-Human, did I? Okay, Cindy Eve, I did. Pauline, okay. All right, so Amaryllis, Janet Farmer, Holly Leanne, hey girl. If I missed anybody, Courtney, thank you for being here. My Manx 100. Do people still follow? Yeah, Courtney, people still follow Aleister Crowley. He's their guru. Becca, you need to email me, Becca. There's some information I need to give you. We need to talk, Becca. We should do that. Email me, Becca, okay? We'll set up a time, maybe not tomorrow or day after, or maybe day after, Friday morning, maybe we'll set up a time and we'll talk. Interesting. I certainly want to share something with you. Ginger Goodner, hello, girl. All right, so let's call it a 10-4, y'all, okay? Unless I miss somebody. I just want to say thank you, everybody. Good night. Yeah, Bernie, he went out to do pee-pee and he's outside the door. I'm like, you sit there, it's okay. Thank you, everybody, and my moderators. Thank you. Blessed be the real. I don't know why I'm typing in caps, y'all. Sorry about that. No offense meant. Oh, wait, Pauline says, no, when you're doing a reading with spirit and talking to us, do they have knowledge of the chat? It's not so much that they have knowledge of the chat. Sometimes they do know, because when they communicate with me and I am communicating, they know that I am sharing this with somebody, right? So can they see? I don't know whether they can see, but they can sense that there is more than my energy here. Sassy TBC Free says later gators. That's very interesting. They can sense other energy. So when I'm doing a reading myself, just by myself, and I'm by myself and doing a reading, I can tell that sometimes they're more forthcoming that way. But when they sense other energies, then they hold back. I think that's what's happening with Aleister Crowley. And I don't think he appreciates, I think he expected me to say he's the bomb.com. And he's noticing that I'm not saying that. So I don't think he's very controlling. Let me tell you, Aleister Crowley is a control freak. Very manipulative, very controlling. And I think that's why he watches, he says a little and he stops, because he wants to see how I pitch it, or rather how I translate it to you guys. And he's noticing that I'm not saying 100% that he's awesome and all that. And I think that kind of pisses him off, because he has realized I'm not buying into him. When I do a reading myself, sometimes the energies are so strong, it's because it's just me. There are no distractions. So good question, Pauline. Kathleen, my pleasure. All right, everybody. Thank you, Texas. Thank you, Gypsy Girl. I appreciate you all. So let's call it a 10-4 and get out of here. Okay, y'all have a good night. Stay safe and much love to all of you. I will end this. Bye now.